Mayan Montag. Nice sunny morning here in Michigan. Welcome to another episode of my Filipino adventure. And today we're going to talk about land. We're going to show you some land and we're going to talk about land. This is about land. Now, I do listen to you guys. And I think I said at the beginning that this was a real interactive channel where I'm going through the experience with you. So I read every single comment. I might not reply to every single one of them because I get busy. But I read in my other videos about buying land. A lot of people were saying, "Whoa, slow down. You don't live there and you're not even married yet. You're just asking for trouble." So, and you know what? That's one thing about making plans, especially this far in advance, is you can gather information and then you can adjust your plans accordingly. And I'm going to agree with about half of my subscribers saying, yeah, it's probably true. So we're putting our land purchases on hold unless something really, something I just can't refuse drops into my lap, but I doubt that. And like I said, I'm just going to put that on hold. She should be here, hopefully, cross her fingers if everything goes well, in a couple months. Get 90 days to get married. We're going to have a lot of stuff to do and not think about land. Now, the reason, if you watch the other videos, why I want to buy land is because it's getting very expensive very quickly in the Philippines. And what I'd like to do is buy a piece of land, and over the next 6 or 8 or even 10 years, while we live here in the States before I retire, slowly develop that land. So when I retire, it's not only is it all paid off, it's built. It's got the house on it. It's got trees, everything that I want. So it'll be all ready for us when we retire. But I guess that can wait. I'm just going to have to pay more money when we get, when we decide to do it. But I still like looking at land, and I told Yna why she was on her birthday trip. There's a realtor, Don Colasso. I think he's part of the government in that area too. So he has a lot of inside information. Anyway, he's been bugging us to show us some properties, and I missed it last time I was there, but I told Yna to go ahead and stop by and look at some of these properties. So watch this. First, I'm gonna go over a map in this next section and just kind of show you where the area's at. Then we're gonna watch Yna's video, and then I'm gonna recap what I think about the property. And there's 4 pieces of property altogether, so I might just do this in 2 videos, and it might take 3 videos. But I want to say that the very last video is the most interesting piece of property if you're an entrepreneur. And this first piece of property is pretty good if you're an entrepreneur also. So let's take a look at the video of the area, then watch Yna. But stick around and watch the recap. Okay, so this is of course, a map of the Philippines. I'm going to show you where the property is. Every time I watch these videos on land, I always like to know kind of exactly where it's at. And I don't know exactly where all 4 pieces of property are. I know the general area. So this hopefully will help you a little bit. So if you're familiar with Philippines, and I'm sure you are if you're watching this channel, here's Cebu. This is where you're going to fly into. Here's Bohol, where a lot of the vloggers that you watch are. This is where Brian and Terrence and the other Terrence and what's this? Oh, a bunch of them. Anyway, they all over in Bohol. And then, of course, this is Dumaguete here. This is probably the #1 spot for retirees, I think. If it's not #1, it's in the top 10. Or top 5, or even the top 2. So this is Dumaguete. Now, if you look in Dumaguete, you know it's pretty expensive in Dumaguete. It's getting really busy in Dumaguete. I'd like to live in Dumaguete, but I also like to live in the country a little bit. I like to live in the country outside of a big city. That's my dream. And then this is Valencia. Valencia is a fantastic little town. It's up in the mountains. It's cooler. It's only like 15 minutes or so to get from here all the way down to downtown Dumaguete, where they have a shopping mall, a movie cinema, and everything you can ask for in Dumaguete. And so Dumaguete is getting so full here that the surrounding areas are starting to build up very fast. And this is Bakong. If you ever follow Rike's channel, he lived in Bakong for a while. And this area is getting really filled up fast, and they're building a brand new international airport in Bakong. And I think they're going to get, there's an airport now up here on by Subalan, and I think they're going to get rid of that and put it in here in Bakong. Korea, I guess, is putting $1.7 billion pesos invested in here. They're going to build a big airport. And then I think my favorite city, for some reason, I don't know why I like this city so much, Darwin. Where's the Poo Island? So there's a Poo Island right there. Darwin, I just think this is the next city. Bakong's filling up right now. It's going to be a while. And then I think Darwin. But Darwin's also a tourist area because of the beaches. And it really is not built up quite yet. It's a pretty small town. And then, of course, Zamboanguita is after that over here. And that's probably the next town to get built up. But I really like Darwin a lot. I think if you invest in money now in Darwin, I think it's going to pay off down the road if you can get a good deal. So Yna is going to show us 4 properties over the next couple videos. Today's property, the first piece, is going to be in Bakong. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive, that this road here, this Bakong-Valencia road, it's off of that road, and here it says Richwood Homes. This is where it's at. Okay, this piece of property, they're building these condos here, or a subdivision, and there's 1,000 square meters right next to that. So it's a great location because it's really close to Valencia, it's really close to Dumaguete, really close to downtown Bakong proper. But I'd say the 2 biggest points are Dumaguete and Valencia, and you're going to be right here. And you figure this is only maybe 4 kilometers, maybe 6 kilometers at the most from here to here. So it's really quick driving, easy driving. And this is a paved road, this Bakong Valencia road. So it's 1,000 square meters here. So let's go watch the video.
Okay, so this is the land for sale. From here until here, yeah, until there, and then go down. So this is the one is also belong from until here, go down there. Okay. And this property is good for business because, as you could see, they are building for the Lumina Home subdivision. Okay, yeah, until here, and then there.
Almost 1,000 balan eh.
Almost 1,000 square meter for how
1.8.
1.8. So almost 1,000 square meter for 1.8. But this place is
Isugan Bakong.
Isugan Bakong, but this land is Rush.
And this is a medyo commercial area of Isugan.
Yeah, it is nice for commercial because they have a subdivision Lumina. So that area, the first one that I show to you, from the property, go down from the national road, it is 4 kilometers. So that's belong in Bakong. So this is the Bakong.
Now you saw the land, you saw the map of where it's at. You saw the property that it's right next to. you already have part or almost all of a brick wall already built for them. So I mean, you can use your side of it. And I'm not sure if it's a subdivision or apartment building or condos, or if that's part of a bigger area. So there might be apartments in the front and then a subdivision in the back. I'm not 100% sure what that development is, but even looking at what's there already, there's quite a few units there. So there's going to be quite a few bodies in each one of those. So, and you know, multiple people living in one unit. So that's a lot of traffic if you're in walking distance right next door. So 1.8 million for around 1,000 square meters sounds pretty damn pricey. It's about 35,000 American dollars. But if for an entrepreneur, what would be, I mean, you could put, let's say a restaurant with live music there and actually room for a parking lot, which is something you don't really see it too often in the Philippines, a parking lot. I think you would just kill it. I think you would just have people waiting at the door to get in. Is it still working? Yeah, it's got a low power on my phone. So I think that's actually, it seems a lot. So you got the 35,000, then you'd have to invest into building. But if you build like a NEPA style, not cheap, but do it nicely, kind of like sort of like Lantau or something like that, which is a chain that you'll see in the Philippines. Something like that to give it kind of a native feel. You could probably do it for cheaper. I don't know. I just think if you're looking for a business opportunity, that, or you could put like a nice store, not necessarily something more like a 7-Eleven type of store there, because you just to think about all those people next door that could walk to whatever you're going to do next door. So whether it's a store or a restaurant or some type of business that those people are going to need on a daily basis. Or you could, with 1,000 square meters, you almost do more than one. You could do 2 or 3 different little businesses in that location. So for about $35,000, you know, it's a little pricey, but I think there's a lot of opportunity in that. So anyway, so that's going to wrap up this video. The next one's going to be, I think I'll try to put all 3 of the next ones in the next video. But you want to tune in for part 2, because this last piece of land I'm going to show you is pretty interesting. It's nothing I've seen before. So be cool, be kind, be nice to each other, stay classy.